Today we are pulling back the curtain on the biggest retailer in the history of American commerce, Walmart. And right out of the gate, let's say the thing that too many videos like this one never bother to say first. Walmart has genuinely earned its place in the lives of millions of American families. It has done so by actually delivering on a promise. On any given week, roughly 265 million customers walk through its doors. In communities spread across rural America, where options are thin on the ground and budgets are stretched to breaking point, that store isn't a convenience. It is an essential. It is where the paycheck goes further. It is where a fixed income somehow covers a full cart. And for all the criticism Walmart takes, and some of it is entirely fair, that foundational reality is something worth acknowledging honestly before anything else. But here is the reason this video exists. Walmart is also one of the most sophisticated retail machines ever assembled. And that machine has spent decades engineering strategies, pricing systems, store layouts, and loyalty structures that the average shopper walking in with a grocery list has absolutely no idea about. Some of what we're going to cover today will save you real money beginning this week. Some of it will change the way you think about decisions you've been making quietly on autopilot for years. And some of it is simply worth knowing, so that when things start to shift, you notice before your wallet does. We've done the research. We've gone through the pricing data, the consumer reports, the retail industry studies, and thousands of shopper accounts from across the country. And today we are walking through the 10 things every American Walmart shopper needs to know in 2026 before they head back through those sliding doors. We'll also get to the corners of that store that are genuinely, honestly worth every dollar you spend on them. Because those exist too, and most people stroll right past them without a second glance. Before we get into it, do me one quick favor and hit that like button right now. Every single tap genuinely pushes this out to more shoppers who could use this information. That is how we build something useful together. Now let's get into it. Number 10. The clearance tag code system that Walmart never explains to you. Every single clearance price tag hanging in a Walmart store is quietly carrying more information than the price printed on it. And if you know how to read that tag properly, you will always know whether to grab something immediately or whether it still has more room to drop before it hits its lowest point. But the overwhelming majority of shoppers just see a reduced number, decide it looks good enough, and drop it in the cart. Here is what you're actually looking at. The color of the tag matters first. Yellow clearance tags generally indicate an early or first markdown, meaning the item has just entered the clearance process and there is almost always more price movement coming if it doesn't sell. White tags typically reflect a second or third reduction, which puts you significantly closer to the floor. Red tags are usually Walmart's final markdown before an item exits the system entirely, whether that means going back to the vendor or being shipped off to a liquidator. Now look at the cents at the end of the price. This is the part that truly changes how you shop. Prices that end in 1 cent, something like $4, 1 cent, or $14, 1 cent, are widely and consistently reported by experienced clearance hunters to signal the absolute floor price. That item is not going lower. It is leaving. Prices ending in 88 cents are Walmart's own standard markdown figure and can still have movement left in them. A price ending in a flat zero often suggests there's still room to fall before the item hits its final resting place. Walmart doesn't hand you a guide to this at the door, and individual store managers have some discretion in how they run their own markdown schedules, so nothing is perfectly uniform across every location. But the pattern is reliable enough and documented widely enough by real shoppers that knowing it genuinely changes how you approach those clearance aisles. A 5-second look at the tag color and the last 2 digits before anything goes into your cart is one of the smallest habits in this entire video with one of the highest returns. Number 9. The rollback sign and what it isn't always actually telling you. Walk into any Walmart and within the first 30 seconds, you'll be surrounded by those bright yellow rollback signs. Rollback is supposed to mean one clear thing. The price has been cut temporarily from what it recently was, a genuine, real saving. And very often, that is exactly what it is. Walmart does cut prices with real aggression, and it deserves that credit. But here is the part worth sitting with. Not every rollback sign is anchored to a price that was genuinely your everyday baseline 3 or 6 months ago. In documented cases, and there are enough of them to form a pattern, products have received a quiet price increase and then been given a rollback label when the price came back down partway. The rollback price is lower than the recent artificial peak, but it may not be lower, or not meaningfully lower, than the price you were comfortable paying before any of this began. Perfectly legal. Not advertised. Worth knowing. The solution costs you nothing and takes under a minute. Open the Walmart app while you're standing right there in the aisle and search the item. For many products, the app shows you a price history on the spot. That 30-second check tells you whether the rollback is genuinely landing you somewhere new or simply returning you to where you already were before a brief detour upward. Third-party tools like Amazon can extend that comparison further for items that also appear on Amazon. And once this becomes a habit, rollback stops being a purchasing trigger and becomes one piece of data you actually verify. That small shift protects your money every single time. Number 8. What is actually happening at the self-checkout station? This one doesn't get discussed the way it probably should, and it represents one of the most significant quiet changes inside Walmart stores over the past several years. The self-checkout expansion has been dramatic. Walmart has pulled back substantially on staffed checkout lanes at many locations and replaced them with banks of self-checkout terminals. And for many loyal shoppers, particularly older customers who have been coming to the same store for 20 or 30 years, that shift has quietly made the experience feel colder and less welcoming than it once was. What most shoppers don't realize is that those self-checkout stations are running sophisticated artificial intelligence on top of the standard transaction system. Walmart has invested heavily in computer vision technology, implemented in partnership with a company called Everseen, that watches every transaction in real time using cameras positioned above and around the station. The system monitors for items that pass through without being properly scanned and flags patterns that suggest either honest mistakes or theft. From a pure business perspective, with Walmart losing billions of dollars annually to retail shrinkage, that investment makes complete sense. But here is what it means for you when you're the one standing there. An honest mistake, placing your bag down before the machine expects it, an item that doesn't scan cleanly on the first pass, any movement that deviates slightly from what the system anticipates, can flag your transaction, freeze the screen, and leave you standing there waiting for an associate to clear it. And because Walmart runs lean on floor staff at many locations, that wait can stretch longer than it ought to. Shoppers across the country report feeling genuinely surveilled at these stations in a way that never happened at a staffed lane. This is not unique to Walmart. Every major retailer has made similar moves, but knowing exactly what is happening means you won't be standing there confused the first time it happens to you. Number 7. The return policy most American shoppers are leaving completely on the table. Walmart operates one of the most generous return policies in American retail, and the gap between how good it actually is and how well most shoppers understand it is genuinely striking. Most people go through their entire relationship with Walmart without ever knowing what they're fully entitled to, which means they quietly absorb losses they have no reason to absorb. For the majority of items, you have a full 90 days to make a return, no questions asked. And here is the part that consistently surprises people. You do not need the paper receipt. Every purchase made with a credit card, debit card, or through the Walmart app is automatically stored in their system and tied to your payment information. You walk up to the customer service desk, tell them what you bought and roughly when you bought it, and they pull the transaction up instantly. The paper trail is being maintained for you, whether you kept the receipt or not. Returns can be made at any Walmart location in the country, not just the store where you originally made the purchase. For many eligible items, you can also initiate the return through the app and simply hand the product off at the store without waiting in line at customer service at all. Electronics carry a shorter 30-day window, and third-party items sold through Walmart's online marketplace have their own individual seller policies. But for the core of what most households are buying week to week, the 90-day guarantee is fully real and far more accessible than most people have ever been told. The habit worth building here is a simple one. If something genuinely isn't good enough, say so. Take it back. Get your money. Because when we all quietly absorb the disappointment and say nothing, companies pay very close attention to that silence. They learn that the quality bar can shift a little further without consequence. Your return is not just a refund, it is a signal. Number 6. The price match guarantee sitting unused in front of millions of shoppers every single week. Walmart operates a formal price match policy, and it is real, enforceable, and dramatically underused. Here's exactly how it works. If you find the identical item, same brand, same size, same quantity, advertised at a lower price by an eligible local competitor, Walmart will match that price at the register. You do not drive to the other store. You do not buy it and come back later for a price adjustment. You show the competitor's current published ad at the register, they match it on the spot, and you pay the lower price right then. The rules matter. The competitor price needs to be from a currently running printed ad from a local retailer. Online-only promotions, warehouse club prices, and clearance specials typically don't qualify. And the match must be genuinely like for like. But within those parameters, the policy is real, and Walmart's team members are obligated to honor it. The reason it goes unused is simple. Most shoppers haven't built the habit of spending 5 minutes before a big grocery trip to look through a competitor's weekly ad. But for a family doing a meaningful weekly shop, that 5-minute habit, exercised with any consistency, can realistically save several $100s over the course of a year. You are buying the same things. You are just paying the price that the policy already guarantees you are entitled to. Most people have never asked. Most people don't know to ask. Now you do. Number 5. Shrinkflation and how it is happening right now inside your cart. This is the quietest, most patient form of a price increase, and it is worth naming specifically because it does not show up on any price tag. Shrinkflation is what happens when the sticker price on a product holds perfectly steady or even ticks down slightly, while the actual amount of product inside the package quietly decreases. Same box, same bag, same shelf price. Less inside than there was a year ago. And you may not notice until you're running out sooner than you should be. There are dozens of well-documented examples across products that American families buy at Walmart every single week. Rolls of toilet paper where the individual sheet has gotten fractionally narrower while the count on the label stayed exactly the same. Bags of chips where the net weight dropped by half an ounce with no announcement. Frozen food packages where the serving count went from 12 to 10 while the bag dimensions didn't visibly change. Cereal boxes that became a little thinner front to back while maintaining their full shelf height. None of this is unique to Walmart. It is an industry-wide behavior during periods of sustained cost pressure, and every major retailer and manufacturer has engaged in it to varying degrees. But knowing about it changes how you shop. The one habit that catches it reliably is checking the unit price on the shelf tag. That small number, usually printed in the lower corner of the price label, shows you exactly what you're paying per ounce, per pound, or per count. The item price can stay flat for months while the unit price climbs steadily. If a product you buy regularly is finishing sooner than it used to, trust that instinct and check the current package weight against what you remember. Your gut is often right. The unit price math always is. Number 4. The honest question about Walmart Plus that a lot of members need to answer for themselves. Walmart launched its subscription service in September 2020 and has been steadily building its feature set ever since. At $98 a year, or $12.95 rolling month to month, a Walmart Plus membership currently includes free delivery on orders over $35, free curbside grocery pickup, the Scan and Go feature that lets you skip checkout lines entirely using your phone, Paramount Plus streaming at no added cost, and a fuel discount of up to 10 cents per gallon at Walmart and participating Murphy gas stations. On paper, and for the right household, that is a genuinely solid package. If you order from Walmart online regularly, live near a location that supports same-day grocery delivery, and would actually use and enjoy the Paramount Plus subscription, the math can work out clearly in your favor. The fuel discount alone, for a household filling up weekly at a participating station, covers a meaningful portion of the annual fee without touching anything else. But here is the honest check worth doing before you renew. A significant number of people signed up during a free trial period, drifted into auto-renew, and are now paying close to $100 a year for a membership they are only partially using. The streaming bundle is only worth the implied value if you watch it. The free delivery benefit only saves money if you were previously paying delivery charges. And the Scan and Go feature, while genuinely useful, is not fully consistent in every location to the same degree. Before you renew, or before you join, add up honestly what you would realistically use. If the value you'd actually extract meets or clearly exceeds $98, it is worth every penny. If it falls short, that's a subscription quietly draining your account each month for a bundle you're half using. The trial is real. The auto-renew is very real. Know which side of that math you're actually on. Number 3. What the great value label is sitting on top of, and why it matters more than most people realize. Walmart's store brand, Great Value, has a reputation problem that isn't entirely deserved. The name is uninspiring. The packaging is functional at best. And for years, a lot of shoppers have operated on the assumption that choosing Great Value means choosing a clearly inferior version of whatever the national brand next to it is. In some narrow categories, that can occasionally be true. But in far more categories than most people expect, it simply isn't. Here is the reality the packaging doesn't volunteer. Many great value products, specifically in categories like canned vegetables, dairy basics, cooking oils, bottled water, flour, sugar, and household cleaning products, are manufactured in the same facilities as the branded products sitting directly beside them on the shelf. The formulation can sometimes differ slightly, but in independent blind, taste tests, and consumer lab comparisons run over many years, great value products have repeatedly matched or quietly outperformed their branded counterparts across categories, including canned tomatoes, laundry detergent, frozen vegetables, and core pantry staples. U.S. labeling requirements mean that manufacturers are disclosed on product packaging. Careful shoppers have cross-referenced those addresses to confirm that the same production facilities are supplying both the name brand and the great value version in several product categories. You can do this yourself. Turn the product over, check the manufacturer and address, and compare. The information is printed right there. The area where this matters most in practical dollar terms is household cleaning and bathroom products. The great value cleaning range, including laundry detergent, dishwasher pods, and surface sprays, consistently performs at or near the level of national brands in independent testing at a fraction of the price. Most families are still reaching for the branded version out of pure habit. That habit costs more than most people have ever sat down and actually calculated. Number 2. The single most overlooked savings tool Walmart offers its customers. This one is not glamorous. It is not a hidden code or a fine print policy that requires a lawyer to find. But the financial impact of this one behavioral shift on a household's monthly Walmart spending can outweigh almost anything else in this video, and the majority of shoppers walk right past it. Walmart's free curbside grocery pickup is genuinely one of the most underused services the store offers. You build your cart online or through the app, select a pickup window, drive to the store, and they bring your full order out to you. For orders over $35, there is no fee, no delivery charge, no tip. Here is why this matters financially in a way most people don't anticipate. Walmart's store layout has been designed very deliberately by people who are very good at what they do to maximize the number of unplanned purchases you make on every single visit. The product placement, the promotional end caps at every aisle turn, the high-margin items positioned at eye level, the impulse displays stacked near the registers, the treasure hunt feel of seasonal sections. Every element of that layout is there for a reason, and it works. Studies across retail environments consistently show that in-store shoppers spend significantly more than their pre-planned list would ever predict. When you build your cart from a list in the app, you spend against the list. There are no end caps to ambush you. No checkout displays, no moment of weakness in an aisle you didn't mean to go down. A family that switches its regular grocery run from inside the store to curbside pickup frequently finds a genuine and noticeable reduction in its monthly Walmart total without buying anything less than it intended. You get everything on the list. You just don't get ambushed by everything that wasn't on it. The time saving is also real. And in a household running on a packed schedule, that is not a small thing either. And number 1. The thing Walmart has no particular incentive to advertise, and that could genuinely shift the financial picture for millions of American households right now. If you or anyone in your household currently receives government assistance, Medicaid, SNAP, SSI, or other qualifying federal programs, you are eligible for Walmart Plus at $49 a year instead of $98. That is the full membership. Every single feature, at exactly half the standard annual price. The fuel discounts, the free delivery, the Paramount Plus streaming, the scan and go access, the free curbside pickup, all of it for $49. And here is the part that gives this its full weight. This discount is real, it is live on their website right now, and it is not meaningfully advertised. You will not see it promoted at the register. You will not find it on a prominent sign at the customer service desk. You will not receive a push notification from the Walmart app telling you that you qualify. You have to go looking for it, or you have to already know it exists, which until very recently, the vast majority of qualifying households did not. An estimated 42 million Americans currently participate in SNAP alone. A significant proportion of those families shop at Walmart regularly, which is precisely why Walmart built the discount into the membership architecture in the first place. But awareness of it among the very people it is designed to serve has been strikingly, consistently low. To access it, go to walmart.com, navigate to the Walmart Plus section, and look for the government assistance discount option. It asks for quick verification through a third-party service, and once confirmed, your membership renews at $49 going forward for as long as you remain eligible. The families who stand to benefit most from a Walmart Plus membership, the free delivery, the fuel discounts, the free pickup, are disproportionately the same families for whom the difference between $49 and $98 is a genuinely meaningful number. This discount exists, it is real, and the number of people who have never once been told about it is far too high. If anyone in your life qualifies and doesn't know this yet, tell them today. Now here's the part of this video I genuinely look forward to. Because Walmart does have real, honest strengths, worth your time and money, and they deserve to be named clearly. The $4 Pharmacy. Walmart's generic prescription program has been running for years and remains one of the most underappreciated tools in American household healthcare. A long list of common generic medications is available for $4 for a 30-day supply and $10 for a 90-day supply. If you or a family member takes any regular prescription, it takes about 5 minutes to check whether it qualifies. Your pharmacist can tell you on the spot. The savings over a full year can be genuinely significant. The Vision Center. Walmart operates one of the largest networks of optical centers in the country and consistently prices eye exams and prescription eyewear at rates that noticeably undercut standalone opticians and dedicated optical chains. Most shoppers walk straight past the Vision Center without registering it as a real service. It absolutely is. The Tire and Auto Center. Walmart Auto Care Centers offer oil changes, tire installation, and battery services at prices that are frequently among the most competitive available outside a dealership. The installation fees in particular often come in well below what specialist tire shops charge for the same work. Worth a quick comparison call before you book elsewhere. And the great value cleaning and household range. We covered this at number 3, but it bears saying plainly one more time. If you are still buying the branded version of your laundry detergent, your dish soap, or your surface spray out of pure habit and nothing else, you are very likely paying more for a marginal to non-existent quality difference. Try the swap for a single month. Your budget will quietly thank you. That is the full and honest picture of Walmart as it stands in 2026. A store with genuine power to work hard for you when you know exactly how to use it. And a machine that runs very efficiently against your interests when you don't. Shop it smart. Check the unit prices. Use your return rights. Match the ads. Learn the clearance codes. Pay attention when things start shifting quietly on a shelf you weren't watching, because staying alert is how you come out ahead every single week without buying anything different or going anywhere else. If something in this video was genuinely useful to you, please hit that like button before you close out. It costs you nothing, and it pushes this into the feed of thousands more shoppers who need to see it. Drop a comment below telling us which one surprised you most. We read all of them. And if there's a retailer or a specific product you want us to dig into next, tell us right there in the comments. You always pick the best ones. Until next time, shop smart and protect your wallet.